Greetings, esteemed viewers, and welcome to the concluding episode of our inspiring series. Throughout this journey, we've had the privilege of introducing you to exceptional women who have not only reached the pinnacle of leadership within our organization, but have also become trailblazers for aspiring talents. I am Ankita Borkar, Manager Human Resources, and today we have the privilege to engage in conversation with the esteemed Ms. Sujata Londhe, Executive Director, Joint Ventures at our headquarters. Ms. Sujata embodies more than just distinguished leadership. She is a fervent problem solver and a visionary in system-oriented thinking. Transitioning from her humble beginnings as a tax officer, she adeptly navigated the complexities of finance, honing her expertise primarily in treasury functions. Recently ascending to the role of Executive Director Joint Ventures, her journey stands as a testament to unwavering dedication, profound expertise, and relentless commitment. Her career serves as a beacon of inspiration for countless aspiring professionals. Our aim today is to unveil the secrets behind her success and gain insights into what drives her to excel at such an exceptional level every day. A warm welcome to you, ma'am, and we are so thrilled, very excited to have you on this exclusive interview today with us.
Thank you, Ankita. Thank you for inviting me to talk to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, reflecting on your impressive tenure, it is quite evident that you've seen the evolution of company. So how has your journey been? We would love to hear with respect to treasury function as such, because your experience has been predominantly into that. And what in particular energized you, or you found appealing when it came to finance as a domain or treasury as a role?
Well, I feel that treasury is, like a heart in a human body. So how heart keeps pumping the blood, treasury is, with respect to business, it is pumping funds, and funds are required for every activity, whether it is day-to-day activities or it is, say you are in an expansion mode or you are acquiring new business. So I feel this is an important function in any company. And looking back, I feel that economic scenario changed a lot over the years that I have spent in the company. Post liberalization of Indian economy in the 90s, then there was dismantling of the OCC mechanism. All these factors had an impact on the business. And OCC, there was a process available or a mechanism available for compensating the oil companies for under recoveries, whereas post dismantling, then we were exposed to the international prices, and there were situations where oil marketing companies were facing under recoveries, and then to take care of that, government issued oil bonds to the oil companies. And when the compensation, and it was not a small amount, it used to come in thousands of crores, and when you get the compensation in not in cash but in kind, on one hand you have huge investments, on the other hand the company has to raise funds from different sources. Now that is when the company felt the need that we should tap different sources of raising the funds. And I remember we did our first external commercial borrowing in the year 2004-05, and that was the beginning actually of an exciting journey, I feel. That is when we exposed ourselves to the international markets. We conducted road shows, created visibility for HPCL in the international markets, and I think we could get good limits from banks, foreign banks who were earlier not dealing with us. So that was the starting. Thereafter we did a lot of ECBs, then we tapped local markets also in the form of non-convertible debentures. We approached the banks for, particularly I remember HML was the first big groupie term loan for HPCL, that syndication for HML. Then we also went on to do foreign currency bonds in the international market, where the bonds were listed in Singapore Stock Exchange. We took international credit rating for that. So we subjected ourselves to the scrutiny of international rating agencies. So the journey has been very exciting as far as treasury is concerned. Not only did we raise funds from different sources, But we also did we also implemented a lot of technology in our collections and payments. If you would recollect, since 2007-8, HPCL was the first, which took initiative in implementation of e-collection and e-payment. So HPCL possibly was the first OMC. I can't talk about others, but definitely the first oil marketing company which could implement and attain 100% e-collection, e-payment. So, the journey, as I said, has been exciting. And personally for me, when I was posted in Treasury, I was very happy. Anyone would be happy to be in Treasury. However, the subject was very new, very technical, very specialized subject. So, I had to put in a lot of efforts to understand. Of course, the colleagues were very supportive, the boss was supportive, and I could learn many things from them. And immediately within 2 years or 3 years, I was made the head of the department. That was a big responsibility I felt, and I am very appreciative of the fact that the management felt it appropriate to make me head of the department, and I tried my best and to keep their faith in me. So it has been an overall interesting journey for me personally. And if I have to talk about what was exciting about Treasury is that I could it gives you an opportunity. First of all, you are dealing with multiple markets. You are dealing with money market, debt market, you are dealing with foreign exchange market. I remember in the year 2002, for the first time, HPCL set up a forex desk, foreign exchange desk, because prior to that, all import payments were handled by Indian Oil Corporation, IOCL, on behalf of the industry. So that was the first year when we started a foreign exchange desk. So all these markets, it is interesting to watch how they impact each other. Even commodity market, the crude oil prices, the FII flows in stock market, all these have impact on your local markets as well. So it has been like, it gave me an opportunity to look at these markets. Not only that, it gave me an opportunity to interact with people from different geographies, from different fields, handling different subjects. So it enriched me a lot. It widened my horizon a lot. And I could, another thing was, I could see in Treasury, whatever decisions you make or the actions you take, the results can be seen immediately. That's one good thing, and the results can be measured. So it gave me a lot of satisfaction.
Wow, ma'am, that's truly so inspiring and quite dynamic setup in which you've operated over the years. Ma'am, your career trajectory has been nothing short of awe-inspiring, and you've gone through so many transitions, as you explained, and also in your recent portfolio as an executive director, joint ventures. I can't help but ask you this. As a sole women leader in the Maharatna firm like HPCL, what is your secret to success, ma'am?
I feel efforts are more important. So the means are more important than the end. I always put 100% efforts in whatever I did. I also worked for my own satisfaction than to satisfy anybody else. So I always felt that I should try and do something different wherever I am put. And I always followed one advice of my ex-boss, one of the bosses I met across my journey, who said that, Sujata, the condition in which you have received the function, when you are handing over to somebody else, you should always make a difference. It should be in a better shape. And that is what I tried to practice wherever I was. And if I have to give you, I explained to you about Treasury, a lot of things we did. Even when I was posted in West Zone, there also, and it was a very small department, like a PVA, the product value accounting. It was basically a stock accounting where you will have a lot of differences, and then we used to, it's a very routine kind of an activity. But what I did, I told my boss that, rather than having these differences which keep recurring due to mistakes by people, and those days there was no ERP, everything was manual preparation of documents, punching, and they used to come to head office and all that. Right. So I said, we must train people. And then what I did, I initiated this program of visiting regions where we trained people on preparation of documents, and then we collected, the pending documents that were not booked, and that was like one-time exercise where we cleared all old past dues and we were current. So I always felt we should do something which is different than doing the regular stuff. So that's what I tried there. I felt when I came to retail, it was again a different ball game. I mean, you are reporting to a boss who is a non-finance boss. Till then I had worked with bosses who were finance bosses, and they understand what is your viewpoint. When you are dealing with people who are from non-finance, and you would appreciate that, when all proposals in any SBU have to be cleared by the commercial officer, I mean the head of commercials. So typically there is a perception that finance generally asks too many questions and tries to hold the proposal.
Sure.
But I mean, I just wanted to change that perspective. So what I did, I mean, wherever possible, I tried to give them a practical solution to the issue that was on hand, so that it doesn't sound as if I'm asking questions, but I'm telling them, if you do this, this is how it will help. And if I felt that something was really not workable or should not be done, I used to tell the logic. See, no one can defeat logic actually. So, I mean, that way I think I could become, and people appreciated my efforts also, and I could become like part of the business team actually. So I felt that if you initiate things in your domain, if you plan and execute new things in your domain, that gives you a lot of satisfaction, and I feel HPCL gives you a lot of freedom to that effect. They allow you to do things what you feel like, so long as, I mean, they find merit in what you are saying. Management is always supportive. So I think that has helped me.
I love how you put that, ma'am. It's all about how you can add a difference or add a value to the things that you do, and you always have a choice to do things differently.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So then, ma'am, having seen your journey, there are numerous challenges that you might have faced, and of course you've surfed through them like a breeze. We can see that. We would love to hear from you any particular challenge that you may have faced, maybe in the treasury function, considering your expertise in that domain. How has it been for you? How did you navigate through them? And how did you ensure coming out successfully on those fronts as well?
Challenges in treasury are on daily basis, but I would, of course, which we are used to handling, but I would specifically talk about some instances which were once in blue moon type instances. Like, if you would recollect, there was a cloud burst in Mumbai in the year 2005 on 26th of July. Then there was on 26th of November 2008, there was a terrorist attack on Mumbai. So on both these instances, the entire Mumbai came to a halt, right? And then there was COVID, which impacted the world, the whole world actually. So what I'm saying, I give you example of heart. So treasury is like heart. Heart cannot stop functioning, right?
True.
So everyone in treasury has to perform whatever is required to be done. Now that was a time when there was a challenge, and my people really supported me in terms of, sometimes they stayed back in office, sometimes I think they put their took the challenge of life, sometimes, and even they worked from home during COVID, and nothing was delayed, nothing was there was no default, so it was all smooth functioning. But as a leader, you feel responsible for what you put people into these difficult situations. But you can't help it also. So what at the base you can do is support them, through moral support, or by guiding them. In treasury, typically every officer has to take a decision, and you can't be, every decision you cannot get involved. It is not practical. So what you need to do them is, you need to empower them. And I always believed in giving them a lot of freedom, and I always believed in doing management by exception. Not only in treasury, wherever I was, I will not do very close monitoring. I used to just keep tab on things what are happening, and that actually helps them to learn, and it helps you also to be free to focus on many other things. So that's how I have managed.
That's wonderful, ma'am. We've seen how you are an inspiration even in your leadership styles within the company. And that brings me to the next question. As you said, as a leader, the feeling is that of responsibility towards your team. So then, ma'am, how do you work around managing a wholesome work-life balance for yourself? I'm sure there are too many instances where you could have felt this is getting very difficult. But then how do you ensure that?
I think if you love what you're doing, your work, then it really becomes enjoyable. So as far as the work is concerned, there is no issue. Well, talking about the family, I sometimes feel that if I were a full-time, a housewife, then would my family have been more happy? Would my son have done better in his life? I don't think so. So what is important is not being with them all the time, but supporting them at the right time. That is what is more important for a female. Well, while I say this, there are a lot of expectations from women in India particularly. So at times it puts you, you have to do a lot of multitasking. That is inevitable. It does cause a little bit of mental and physical stress which is there. So I think we have to all adapt and learn to balance that. In the sense, I started myself practicing yoga from the age of around 30 odd. Okay. I started doing that so that my physical health remains good and it keeps me fit. So these things, our health is in our hands and we must take care of it. So you have to devise your own package, I would say, to keep yourself fit, and you should be able to take the challenges then.
That's very wonderfully put, ma'am. I would say very empowering perspective for women to actually have a look at. And ma'am, as an executive director, your wealth of experience in the finance realm is extremely good. It's invaluable. So what advice would you offer to all our viewers who are looking to climb up the ladder of success in this domain?
So when you are dealing with dynamic markets, you have to be open-minded. You have to accept the market even if it moves against your expectations and move on. You have to correct your views and adapt to whatever are the new changes. There is no substitute to keeping yourself updated on the economic developments, the geopolitical developments. All that is a must. That will keep you in good state. And over the years, if you have seen many cycles, that gives you a maturity to deal with the situations.
And ma'am, as a pioneering woman in your field, what powerful message do you have for all our female audiences, inspiring them to pursue their path with strength and resilience?
Every small opportunity that you get to prove yourself, to project your leadership skills, that should be grabbed.
Oh.
And I feel that not only that you should grab that opportunity, but you should also be good at projecting your achievements. See, one of the feedbacks that I got in my Akshay Path was that I was not good at projecting my work. So what is important is developing communication skills. That is most important for anybody. See, that helps you to articulate your thoughts.
True.
So if you aspire and if you dream about something, and if you're able to visualize what you want with a good intent, then that is what helps you in life. So put the habit of visualizing about life, what you want from life. That's most important.
That was a really powerful message, ma'am, truly. So ma'am, before we wrap up, what else besides your professional endeavors interests you and makes you the beautiful you?
Well, I like reading about philosophy. I like reading books on philosophy. And in fact, at some point of time, I started reading Jnaneshwari also. But wow. Of course, time is a constraint. But I like that. I also like singing and painting. I took formal training for both this in my childhood.
Is it?
But of course, I couldn't pursue it. But whenever I find time, I try to, do both, and that gives me a lot of happiness. It gives happiness to my soul, actually. So these things really keep you going. See, there are no limitations to human caliber. So we have to keep exploring ourselves.
Ma'am, all your perspectives have been truly enriching, and it was such an honor to have this wonderful chat with you today. I must say, all your insights, especially on the way we should be focusing on visualization and then following our passions and building our support systems, have always being updated to stay relevant in this dynamic industry, Really, ma'am, the very, very invaluable insights, I would say, and deeply resonated with me. I'm sure it also left a mark on all our viewers. Also, I would love to let you know that we are going to air this episode on Women's Day, and your wisdom is certainly going to have a great influence on the day we also mark celebrations for women leaders and achievements of women worldwide. So thank you so much, ma'am. On behalf of all our viewers and esteemed HPCL family, I would love to extend our deepest thanks to you for taking your time out and coming here for this exclusive interview. We really appreciate, ma'am, all that you do.
Thank you so much. I'm also honored, by being here. Thank you.
So as we conclude this enriching conversation with incredible Miss Sujata Londhe, Executive Director Joint Ventures, I trust you found this journey through her experiences both insightful and awe-inspiring. Delving into the complexities of her illustrious career, Ms. Londhe has provided us with a rare glimpse into the financial world. We trust that her anecdotes and invaluable insights have not only clarified the complexities of the financial domain, but have also served as an inspiration for your professional endeavors and personal growth alike. Your feedback is essential to us, so do share your thoughts and let us know which aspects of this interview resonated with you. A heartfelt thank you to Ms. Sujata Londhe. Ma'am, thanks a lot for generously sharing your time and wisdom with us today. And of course, a big shout out to our incredible audience as you make these conversations worthwhile. To all the remarkable women among our viewers, we hold boundless confidence in your abilities and aspirations. Wishing you all a joyous, empowering, and vibrant International Women's Day. Stay inspired, uplifted, and embrace the full potential of your spirit. And to all our viewers, continue tuning in to HP Unplugged as we persist in celebrating excellence, resilience, and the unstoppable spirit of success.